Hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Stroumpi village, and we're dropping down through the main drag, and we're going to do a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a waggle as we climb up to Sada and then drop down to Paphos. We are going to get some great countryside views and eventually a view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Here's the brand new Paphos Stroumpi police station coming up on the right hand side. That's all been knocked down and rebuilt, and there's one or two gumbarus in there waiting especially for you. And of course now and again they do stand outside with one of those radar guns checking our speed. So if you are in this area, in fact anywhere in and around Paphos, take your foot off the gas and drive that little bit slower, because there's boys and girls in blue, there's camera vans, there's fixed cameras, they're absolutely everywhere, and they really are trying to knock some common sense into us and slow us down on our travels when we are in and around Paphos. So the speed limit predominantly in and around Paphos is 50 kilometers an hour. They're quite generous, so they'll allow us to go 20% over that, so that's 60. So get used to driving at 60 kilometers an hour, except on the highway, which is 100, so it'll allow you to do 120. See, quite generous. So stick to around about 60 kilometers an hour, and to be honest, you won't get yourself in that much trouble when you're driving around. If you're on a mobile phone, which of course is very common all over the world, don't condone it, but you know, people do it, don't they? All the time. We're all guilty of it. If you see a gumbaru in blue looking at you, drop the phone and salute them, and more often than not they will not be bothered with the paperwork and they'll just wave and say something to you. Bugger off. We're on the road from Stroumpi to Paphos, and we're going to climb up and up, and of course we're going to enter the little area known as Sada. And again, lots of people are living in Sada. It's around about 600 meters above sea level, so of course in the winter time don't forget to get yourself a log burner, or well, a woolly jumper and some woolly flip-flops, shall we say. If your name is Sir and Aldo and there's a beauty in your life called Lady Sylvie, of course at the moment you're in downtown Coral Bay having a holiday, but of course you are relocating to Sada, and it's well, you've got your yellow slips, and now you are residents of Cyprus. A little bit of legalities to do, and then of course you will be moving into your villa in uptown to Sada, looking out across the greenness and of course down towards the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. So we're starting to climb up to Sada now, and I promise you from the top of there, as we descend down to Paphos, you are going to get a spectacality of a view indeed. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that, subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And remember, when you hit the like, the thumbs up button, and when you push that subscription to the channel, it doesn't cost you a single penny. All it does is tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend the little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people like yourselves. But if you'd like to keep us afloat and make a contribution, there are one or two ways that you can do it. You can hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. It's a totally safe and secure platform. Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page, and of course you can choose to read a comment or two, a little bit more about us, and perhaps gift us a virtual coffee or two. I would like to thank some of the superstars that do. If your name's Joanne and there's a Baz in your life, we thank you very, very much indeed. If you're our favourite superstar, Lady Lubika, again, we thank you very, very much indeed. You can also choose to join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform at only €10 a month. That's all it costs. And a big shout out to some superstars in downtown South Wales. If your name is Lord Lee, there's a girl in your life called Lady Vicky, and a superstar of a daughter, a princess, Princess Layla. A very, very big thank you, and a very, very good day to you. As we climb up now, coming up on the left hand side is the micro brewery. Unfortunately that's closed down at the moment, and that business is for sale. Let's hope that someone's got some deep pockets and someone buys the Aphrodite brewery, because it had a great rating on the TripAdvisor, and I know many people who went there and had a great time. So perhaps if you're looking for a business in Cyprus, go and Google it, Aphrodite's Rock Micro Brewery, and you never know, you might be buying it and living in Cyprus very, very soon indeed. Now the weather, if you're curious to know what the temperature is, it's around about 18 degrees. So that's not bad. We are in the first few days of February. I don't know where you're watching from, but if perhaps it's downtown Krakow, I've got a feeling that your temperature might be a little bit lower. So if your name's later Anna, my superstar, drop it in the comments. What is that temperature? Is Dr. Tomas keeping you warm? And is that superstar known as Sir Bar popping out to get his mum a hot latte or two now and again? Big shout out to Dame Anne, of course, Lady Ness, all the way in downtown Shropshire. The list goes on and on and on. And of course, Yarmouth Mark, he comes back and watches now and again. And of course, a gentleman called Mr. Philip in downtown Argaka. He's tuning in now and again. This is Tasada, by the way, the main route, the village, the main routes. There we go, not being rude to Tasada. Tasada village is just to the left-hand side. Again, nice little village centre, 1 or 2 shops and 1 or 2 tavernas waiting especially for you. As we drop down now, I promise you, you're going to get a spectacality of a view indeed. Across the treetops, the rooftops, and out into the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's coming up very, very soon indeed. There's something special about looking over the rooftops of Paphos out into that, the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. All that's missing is you. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy. Come on, Baron Jeremy, Baron Simon. Start paddling on that driftwood, because Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, we are waiting especially for you. But there's no doubt about it that spring is coming very, very soon indeed. And of course, we know hot on its heels will be the summer, and Paphos is going to be packed to the rafters with many, many superstars. And again, if you're looking for us, don't forget to come and hunt us down on the Cape of Paphos promenade in the harbour area. More often than not, on an eve, you're going to find us in the Pelican restaurant. I'm the idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses, and of course, sitting right next to me will be the blonde beauty, Miss Ochin Gracilia Laboeuf, and we're waiting especially for you. Don't be rude, come over and say hi. And if you want to have a seat, chew the fats and perhaps have a drink or two, sit down and let's do it all as we feast our eyes and digest that. What a view. Oh my goodness. Paphos at its very, very best indeed. A big shout out to some more of the stars that like to watch the show now and again. If your name's Lady Andrea, a big shout out to you. And of course, coming soon, you're coming to Paphos on a big bird. And don't forget to bring Sir Mart, because he's going to be buying you a big, gigantic, extra large sausage with no vinegar on in T&J's fish and chip shops. Well, that's what he told us anyway. And you never know, you might get a special deal if you mention Marika and me. But T&J's fish and chip shop is one of the best places, we think, to go and get fish and chips. And it's right at the start or right at the end of Bar Street. There was a lady in the comments the other day that asked, where is it? Well, if you're walking along the Hotels Road, to use that as a bearing, come past the Alexander the Great Hotel on your left-hand side. Keep coming a bit further and the Almira Hotel will be on your left-hand side. Take a right and then you are at the start of Bar Street. You've got the Corner Taverna on your right, Aleptos Estates Sales Office on your right. Next door to that is T&J's, yeah, just before the Memories Bar and just across the road to the Keg and Barrel. So don't forget to pop in and say hello to the guys. Get yourself some great fish and chips or sausage and chips, but don't put any vinegar on it, otherwise you'll lose its, what should we say, its rigidness. Is that the correct terminology? I'm not sure. It's hardness anyway. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like, click that subscribe, and keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. This is Up Uptown Paphos, technically called Masoi, but we'll just call it Uptown Paphos because now it all blends into one. This is Paphos town on the spectacality of the day indeed. What have we got around here? Well, a little roundabout coming up, and then there's a car dealer, and that is Trimark Motors. If you want a decent car, that could be the place for you to go. Of course, over the rooftops there is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and there's a big building sticking up which is called the Soho Resort. You may have seen that in one of our videos the other day, and of course that sits on the cusp of the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. As we go over this roundabout, we go on to what's called Masoi Avenue, and this is the main road where there's a lot of big superstores and car dealers and that kind of thing. So if you're looking for a car, a brand new one or a second-hand one, this could be that street for you. You've also got one or two furniture shops. You've also got a big gym if you want to get yourself in shape. There is Hyper Gym on the left-hand side. And of course, there's one or two supermarkets along here and one or two electrical stores. So if those big purchases are in your mind, this could be the place for you. And perhaps if you've got a furry friend, well, there is D&N Vets on the left-hand side. And that's renowned to be one of the best vets in the whole of Cyprus, never mind just Paphos. In fact, they've got a branch in Nicosia as well. Speak perfect English, even if your furry friend doesn't. So pop in there and have a chat. But there's something special about this street. As you can see as we go down, you can see the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea getting that little bit closer and closer, because that is downtown Paphos. But if you want some sports shoes in blue, sportsdirect.com is on your left-hand side. If you want a Volkswagen or a Seat or a Skoda, there it is. And of course, if you want a Bentley or a Porsche or a Ferrari, there's Onyx. If you want something cheaper like a BMW, there is Charpilla. The list goes on. There's many superstores on this street, and if you are going to reside in Paphos, you're going to familiarise yourself with Masoi Avenue very soon indeed. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more about complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon.